All right, you've tuned in to the Cricket Pitch Podcast, and boy, oh boy, do we have a spicy one for you today.
We certainly do.
We're diving headfirst into that Lucknow Super Giants versus Gujarat Titans thriller from the Ekana Stadium. What a game.
Absolutely electric. We're going to unpack what made that clash so captivating, beyond just the scoreboard,
And speaking of the scoreboard, Gujarat Titans put up a very decent 180 for 6.
Solid total.
You'd think that's a solid day at the office, right? But Lucknow, not to be outdone, chased it down like a cheetah after a gazelle, finishing at 186 for 4.
Incredible chase.
The cherry on top, a 6 to win it. With 3 balls to spare, you couldn't have written a more dramatic finish, really.
No, you couldn't. And what's fascinating, digging a little deeper, is that this is actually the second highest successful run chase in T20s at this ground.
Is that right? Second highest?
Yeah, only Rajasthan Royals managed more against the same Lucknow side last year. So it seems chasing at Ekana, well, it's becoming a thing.
Interesting. Let's talk about the maestro of the chase then, Aiden Markram, player of the match.
Deservedly so.
He said his batting felt like, definitely flowing, which is like saying Niagara Falls has a bit of a trickle.
Yeah, quite the understatement.
And he's embracing opening now, which, isn't his usual spot everywhere. He even joked about needing to remodel his game initially.
Well, it shows his adaptability, doesn't it? And maybe some smart thinking from the LSG management, too.
True.
He also pointed out something crucial, I thought, about the pitch. Playing a bit slower under the sun.
Right, during the GT innings.
Exactly. But then it really came alive under the lights. So Lucknow winning the toss and bowling first suddenly looks like a bit of a masterstroke.
Yeah, maybe not just luck of the coin then, almost like tactical genius or maybe just good observation.
Could be. And then there's Rishabh Pant stepping in as opener because Mitch wasn't there.
Yeah, what did you make of his contribution? He was pretty modest, said he did a pretty fine job.
Pretty fine is underselling it a bit, I think.
Yeah.
He helped lay that foundation.
Definitely. He also gave credit to the bowlers, didn't he, for pulling things back after GT got off to a decent start.
He did. Mentioned focusing on those Yorkers and slower balls. Smart T20 bowling.
And crucially, he said he's feeling better with every game. That's just great news for everyone, isn't it?
Absolutely. Good for him, good for the team. But what really stood out for me was his praise for Nicholas Pooran.
Oh, yeah. What do you say?
He said, and I'm quoting here, "You want someone like that to be in our team than the opposition."
Wow. High praise indeed. It's like saying you'd rather have, A.B. de Villiers batting with you than against you.
Exactly. It shows the kind of impact Pooran has.
Speaking of Pooran, his innings was just fireworks. Pure fireworks. Some commentators called it carnage.
And honestly, it wasn't far off. He was absolutely smoking it.
He made it look easy. He said the wicket was absolutely beautiful to bat on.
Well, he certainly made it look beautiful to bat on.
Huh. True. And he sort of downplayed any complex planning, just credited the batting depth and, keeping the momentum going.
That partnership with Markram, though, that 58-run stand.
Lightning fast.
It was lightning in a bottle. Completely shifted the game's momentum, didn't it?
Totally.
And Pooran mentioned understanding matchups, being brave enough to take them on. He even said hitting to the big side worked for him that day.
Calculated risk, I suppose.
Exactly. He did add, humbly, that it could have easily gone wrong, too. Which is true for that kind of hitting. One miss hit and you're gone.
Definitely. Now, let's flip to the Gujarat Titans side. Shubman Gill, even though they lost, had some interesting points.
Yeah, always thoughtful, Gill.
He mentioned the wicket wasn't that easy early on, hitting through the line.
Right, and their plan was for a set batsman to go deep, aim for that 200, maybe even 220 mark.
Kind of makes sense on that ground if you get going. But it didn't quite pan out.
No. He pinpointed losing those back-to-back wickets in the middle overs. That was a killer blow, really.
Big time. And the strike rotation.
Yeah, he felt it wasn't quite there during that phase. Something they need to look at, perhaps.
Small margins in T20.
Tiny margins. Gill also gave a glimpse into their bowling mindset against guys like Pooran, always looking for wickets.
You have to, right? Try and break the momentum.
Absolutely. And they almost did pull it back.
They did get close. He also mentioned the dew, didn't he? Coming in around the 10th, 11th over of the chase?
Yeah, apparently it meant the ball didn't quite grip as much as they expected later on.
Ah, so maybe the spinners weren't quite as effective as they'd hoped?
Could be. That can really change your plans.
Hmm.
But still, he felt taking it to the last over, even needing 30 off 30 at one stage, was a positive. Shows fight.
True. Shows they didn't give up. You can't fault the effort.
And Prasidh Krishna, he looked threatening for a bit there. Commentary mentioned him,
He did have that pace, yeah. Pooran acknowledged it, seemed to respect it.
but he was pretty relentless against the other bowlers, wasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Once he got going, he didn't really hold back against anyone else.
That final over, though,
Yeah.
nail-biting stuff.
Wasn't it just 6 needed off 6? Pressure on.
And Ayush Badoni steps up. Cool as you like.
Finishes it with a 4, then a massive 6 off Kishore. Just wow. Shades of a young finisher, maybe like Dhoni in his early days, that calmness under pressure.
Yeah, great composure. Before that, Washington Sundar bowled Miller. Remember that? Kept
Yeah.
really low.
Oh, yeah, that dismissal, huge moment. You thought maybe, just maybe, GT could sneak back in.
Exactly. But then Abdul Samad came in, played a smart role.
Didn't try anything too flashy, just rotated the strike.
Yeah, kept it ticking, let Badoni take charge. The commentators praised them both for keeping their heads, not panicking about dot balls.
Very mature from both of them under that kind of pressure.
Definitely.
So wrapping it up, a thrilling win for Lucknow. Markram's stability, Pooran's explosion.
A fantastic combination.
Gujarat fought hard, pushed them all the way, but LSG just had that extra gear in the chase.
It's becoming quite the rivalry, isn't it? You mentioned this is the third time in a row it's gone to the final over between these two.
Yeah, incredible stat. Always delivers drama.
And what's really interesting is how Markram and Gill saw the pitch so differently.
Right. One thought it got better, the other found it tough initially.
It just shows how subjective cricket can be, and how important adapting on the day is. It's not just about the pre-match plan.
Absolutely spot on. And partnerships, momentum, this match had it all. That Pooran Markram stand, just defining.
Game-changing, really.
And you wouldn't necessarily pick Badoni before the match to be the guy hitting the winning 6 like that. That's the beauty of this format, isn't it? Always throws up surprises.
It really does. Keeps you guessing.
So it leaves us thinking, doesn't it? What about Gujarat's middle over batting? How do they fix that?
That's a key question for them going forward, definitely.
And for Lucknow, can they keep this opening combination firing? Can they maintain this momentum?
Plenty to ponder as the season unfolds. It's going to be fascinating to watch.
Couldn't agree more. Another fantastic chapter written between LSG and GT. We hope you enjoyed digging into the action with us. This has been the Cricket Pitch Podcast.
Indeed it has. Join us next time for more Cricket Chat.
The Cricket Pitch Podcast, signing off.